It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care. We're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. What up? It's Tuesday. How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Still trying to recover from that do it bitch punishment. It's all good.
There are some punishments we do that really make my belly just hurt. My belly was hurting from laughing
That was
so
fun.
hard.
Yeah, that was fun.
I couldn't figure it out, so I had to figure it out on the air, and you guys are having to figure it out as well.
Denny's kept yelling, I can't feel my pinky.
Anytime Denny says the word bro, I
Yeah,
know
bro, yeah.
there's something fucked up. He's
Right.
like, bro, I can't bro.
That's how you know Denny's is serious.
He's mad.
When he
Yes.
bros you.
When he bros you, I'm like, oh shit, I better turn this
Yeah.
thing down.
Yeah, if you miss it, you have to go back and check it out. We'll have that as an individual clip here this afternoon so you can watch the Do It Bitch. The punishment was taking the TENS electric shock machine to your arm and doing the TENS chug challenge, whereas you're getting shocked, you tried to chug. Denny's had a little coquito from Panchita that he's trying to get down.
My coquito is good.
I bought this on a Friday, I bought this on a Thursday, showed up on my doorstep by Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best TENS machine I've ever had. Very intense.
Yeah, it was good. I couldn't even move my arm. I had to just try to throw the liquid in my face because I couldn't get my arm up there.
What's that say, Virginia, just in case someone wants to try that product out? Because if you are struggling with any kind of muscle injury or whatever, that's going to help you out.
The brand name is Avcoo. AVCOO.
And I got it on sale, so it might be a little bit more money, but it was only like $25 on sale.
Yeah. She's a good girl. She works.
She's going to fuck you up.
Okay. Yeah, she don't play around. A lot of emails we got here today. Wing Louie said, you're talking about the haunted Christmas. Well, Tampa has actually been doing a haunted Christmas for years, Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. So it was kind of weird because Jaybird had a buddy who's got like a 10 or 11-year-old kid that wants to do a haunted house for Christmas or a Christmas-themed haunted house. Which, oddly enough, he didn't do one for Halloween, but he wants to do one for Christmas.
And I think that's what the kid feels bad. He missed out on Halloween.
Aww.
Okay.
It just wasn't in the cards this year, so he was like, let's do it for Christmas.
Okay.
Nice.
Making up for it.
There are some families, like the whole family loves the horror genre.
Right.
Yeah, it's a thing. Allison sent this. She's got a kind of a horror-themed tree. Is that the night before Christmas?
Yeah,
Is that what's on the top of her? That's her
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before
Yeah.
Christmas, that's right.
That's a good one.
That's badass.
Mm-hmm. It looks, I can't tell if it's just dark. It almost looks like it's black. Maybe it's green, but it looks dark.
There are black Christmas trees. You can buy black Christmas trees because I bought one. I'm going to gift it to one of my girlfriends. She's very fashionable. I'm going to make it like a cool black Christmas tree gift. And put cool ornaments on it.
I saw that was kind of one of the trendy things. They showed people that were spray painting Christmas trees, different kind of like fluorescent colors and the such.
Yeah, I'm going to let them borrow my Michael Myers animatronic kind of it's a tall.
Oh, that's going to look cool.
Yeah, and the knife goes down. We'll just dress them up as a Christmas whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to look really cool.
Do you guys have just one tree?
I don't really do trees too much anymore.
Really? Okay.
We have 3 trees. They're all fake.
Of course you do, DeQuesta.
We have one downstairs, our main tree where the presents go. And Magnolia has a skinny silver tree with white lights in her room.
Okay.
And then Rocco has a white tree with colored lights in his room in the window, and it's kind of a decoration too.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it from the street.
The one thing I've kind of learned about holidays, especially the older I've gotten, I love the actual holiday. Don't get me wrong. I love Halloween. I love Christmas. But there's something to be said about the weeks leading up to it, which should be just as fun. The parties and getting ready. I know people get stressed out. I say have some fun with it.
Yeah, it should be.
Spoken like a man.
With no kids.
No kids.
Or family. Half of them are dead.
Christmas would be so much fun if I was a man with no kids and no family. I'd be like, woohoo, we're drinking every day.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I don't fucking hate it.
Moms have to plan everything for the whole family. It's stressful.
I'm pretty much like the cool uncle for any one of my friends that have kids. Oh, Uncle Bert's here.
Dude, you did it right. Uncle Bird did it right.
See them kids and then get the hell out.
Get the fuck out.
Drink your coquito and peace out.
It is kind of cozy when you're done with it all. You're just sitting at your house by yourself or with your girlfriend and just chilling.
Snuggling.
They say that 40% of Americans plan to display 3 or more trees this holiday season.
It's becoming a thing. I've noticed it's the new trend, kind of like the ornaments, the big giant fucking ornaments for Halloween. Multiple trees is a thing.
Yeah, my kids love Christmas, and it makes Magnolia so happy to have her own little tree in her room. One year when she was obsessed with Tyler Cameron, I put ornaments with his face all over the whole tree. Oh. It was the Tyler Cameron tree.
That's cute.
It was really cute.
I was thinking about so I have a lot of doubles of Star Wars figures, and I was thinking about taking them and making them the ornaments of a tree and just having all kind of Star Wars figures.
Oh, that's
That'd be kind of
cool.
neat.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, a lot of people like that themed tree. It's a cool concept. They say people now spend 52% more time and money on Christmas decorating than they did a decade ago.
Damn, we always got the shittiest, patchy-ass, bald tree, always. Always looking for a fucking deal. And we'd always have to finagle it in a way where you couldn't really see the big-ass patch.
Yeah, right. You got to keep turning it around. And more needles fall off. You got to rotate it again. Yeah. I got this email from Linda, said I was wondering if you could do a whole show of games on your last day before Christmas break with a bonus Do It Bitch included, maybe a Missed Connections, my favorite bit. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I mean, we always like to do something fun the last show of the year, so we can kick it around.
It's anytime we have a holiday going in, we had that last show going to a holiday, those are always my favorite shows.
Yeah, those are super fun.
Yeah. Well, there's your input. Will everybody else let us know what they would like to see on the last day? And yeah, I can flush the format. We can play whatever the hell we want to play and do whatever we want to do. So
I love it.
The usual.
A Christmas party.
I was thinking about dressing up in a suit and singing Christmas shoes this year.
Oh,
I could never. I could never fill those dress shoes.
I'll text him and ask him if he'll make a video of him singing it.
A video would be fun.
We can't do it without him,
but I don't know.
Last year he phoned it in, right? Is that what we did?
He did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did he?
He phoned it in.
Yeah, he did. We had him doing it last year.
That's right.
Yeah, just remote.
Let's get him doing a video this year so we can get some video numbers.
Yeah, we don't have to play it on the air if we don't want to. Although I'd love to.
I want to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, suits do all this work and then we're not going to play it on the air.
Well, it would go viral, baby. Social. I don't fucking know.
Well, we got Keith here with a question. He said, what we got to do to get the ATS podcast expanded? Like add another 30 minutes with more fun content that isn't rushed and timed and too produced like the main show?
I've got an idea. Yes. Okay, Engineer Keith, if you could come up with
I don't know if this is Engineer Keith.
Oh, it wasn't Engineer Keith?
It's just a Keith.
I only know one
Keith, hold the engineer.
Yeah.
Is it AI Keith? But to this Keith, I would say just come up with some money.
Yeah, he said it's been literally years since Kevin's specific drunk cast. That's when those awesome podcasts happen, is when Kevin lets go a little bit. You're too tight. It's not fair.
You're too tight.
Too sober.
I would agree with that.
How dare you try to get your life together?
How dare you slow down?
Isn't that something you try to get your life together? You fucking dick.
Yeah.
Quitter.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Yeah, we love doing the ATS. It is a lot of fun. I mean, it's nice for me to not have to worry about music and commercials. You guys have no idea what that's like. Just every day getting that all squared away, and
it's a clanker.
It is. It's tough. It's tough. And then if you get into the conversation, start paying attention, you go to be like, hey, commercial. You're like, oh shit, I got 3 songs. You're trying to delete and like,
yeah. Well,
terrible.
I can tell sometimes if we're going on too long, your eyes will keep darting to the computer.
Right. Where you got the clock and you got to move things around when we go late. Yeah.
It gives the old panic beady eye.
That's what I'm like. I'm looking at Virginia. I think we have to shut the fuck up now.
I don't get the message.
Well, when you do the live show, always working around music and commercials, and then there's a clock on it too. You're always having to rearrange, readjust, and that's why I love it. When we get in here, it's like, all right, just go, just talk, and I can actually listen to what you guys say and can pay attention. It's fantastic.
And then there's sometimes you got to make the call. Let's say we do a segment that's, I don't know, it turns sad or something.
Yeah.
You have to go on the fly and go, maybe we shouldn't do back-to-back sad bits.
Right, then you got to flip the schedule, Yeah, that's it. Trust me, nobody's rooting for a full-time ATS more than me. I'm all aboard, baby. That'd be fun. And then I can drink because I'm not on the air.
That's right.
That's right. If I want to have a cocktail right now, I could.
So technically, let's say you were on the regular show and you were not controlling of the board. Let's say you sat over here, you're still hosting, you're still doing everything, but you're not hitting the buttons.
Yeah.
Technically, could you drink at that point?
It's the person that's in charge of running the controls.
Yeah.
Because it's a government agency, the FCC, that regulates it, and that's one of their stipulations is whoever is it cannot be intoxicated.
Boring.
All these stipulations.
I know. So, if I jumped over to the other mics, no problems. Yeah, I've done that before when I've been a co-host where we do the breathalyzer thing, and I got to drink. It was fun.
There's a reason why, though, they made that rule from some fuckface in the 70s and 80s.
We always talk about the reason for the rule, that anytime there's a rule, it's usually because of one dumbass.
Yeah.
One DJ.
Yeah, and there probably was one really hammered DJ.
Hammered, doing blow, and getting blown by a hooker, all on the air.
If only there was a video of that guy's downfall. That would have been amazing to watch.
That's straight up 1981.
Yeah, it is.
Probably one of my favorite bits when I was in college and I was fucking terrible on the radio. And so the only show they would give me was the Weekend Overnight because nobody wanted it.
That's where I started too. Weekend Overnight.
I was that bad. So I remember one night I went midnight to 6. So I hit the bars hard. And so I come into the studio and I have a 6-pack with me.
At like 11 p.
No, I got there right at midnight. Like, no preparation.
Well, you
nothing.
were running late because you had to pick up the 6-pack.
I was in the bar. I was having a great time. And you're right. I had to go get the 6-pack. So I turn on the microphones. I'm sure no one is listening. And so here I am. And I just sit down like going, you know what, motherfuckers? Because we were cable radio. So it wasn't a broadcast over the air. So I didn't have to worry about the drinking thing. And so I sat down like going, I got a 6-pack of beer. I went, and I cracked all 6 beers. I'm like, let's see how long it takes for me to chug all 6.
That was the bit.
That was the bit. How long does it take? I'm like, let's run the clock. On your mark, get set, go. I'm like, so I go with the first one. I'm like, going pretty good so far. I go to beer number 2, and I'm doing it. And then go for beer number 3. I open my eyes, and I see the ceiling. And I look up, and somebody's going, Kev, are you all right? What's going on? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, what's happening? I'm like, what time is it? Like, it's almost 6 a.m. I drank the 3rd beer, tipped back in my chair, passed out, and slept the entire 6 hours of my shift. If you're listening, you'd be going, what's going on here?
Was this a bit?
Was this a bit? What is this? Is the guy coming back on? Is he okay? Like, it goes to show you no one was listening.
No one came to check on you?
6 hours of dead air. I was passed out on the floor drunk.
Believe it or not, I'm tuning into something like that just to see where this goes.
I'm just wondering if anybody was listening, they'd be going, oh my God, how long before this guy wakes up? Will he make it all the way to 6 a.m.? Yeah, it was all the way to 6 a.m. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was it. And I never did another shift on that radio station.
They were like, you're done.
When I first, I don't really talk about this, but my first radio job really was not on the show. I was working the board at BZT and WJNO.
Right.
And they were training me on the job. And it was me and my boy Bigfoot, my kidney brother. Mm-hmm. We both got jobs there. And he left to go see this girl he was dating for about an hour, but he was at the bar and it got way away from him. And he got the report a day later to go, so why was there 8 hours of dead air? He goes,
whoa.
Oh shit. He didn't think anyone was listening. The whole thing was logged.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes, because they looked back. I think it took them 2 days to realize nobody was listening, but nobody was also there. They go, you were gone for 8 hours.
Where did he go?
He was with this chick.
Oh my gosh. He went to the barn and went back to her house?
I think so.
That's amazing.
He was laying pipe?
I think my man tried to come back eventually, but it was too late.
Oh no.
Was that his last?
That was his last hurrah.
That was it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
He was gone after that.
Yeah, the AM, it was all news shit. So they moved super, super quick. And I remember watching, the guy that was running he was the host. And I remember the first time I ever met him, he hit the button to talk to me. And he starts telling me like this story and tale. And I'm like, where the fuck is this guy going with it? It was basically telling me, don't fuck up my show ever, and you better pay attention, and don't ever hit the wrong button. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a lecture.
I remember Virginia was a guest host on BZT one time. Do you remember that?
What did I do?
You were on there. A guy invited you in, and I remember he did a show every day that started at noon, and he did this, had this whole produced thing, and you were in there, and I'm like, oh, this is great. So I went into the other studio. And, a lot of times with some of these AM stations, you don't get a lot of callers, but it was kind of like an all-call show.
Okay.
And so
I have no recollection of this.
I remember you telling me this story.
I called, and he puts on, and I'm like, okay, what's the dumbest fucking question I can ask? I can't remember what it was. It was like a finance show or some trading. I can't remember what it was.
A finance show? Why would he ask me to be on it?
I remember you were doing some offside things with BZT when I first got on the show.
I think he just felt bad because we'd always see him because he's in the studio next to ours, and he was a really nice guy. And so when I saw him, I'm like, oh, okay. So I just started calling and using all these different voices. And I'm like, how long before? And I was every call. And each stupid.
Different voices?
Yes. With each question more stupid than the last.
Oh, he had to be so happy though that he was getting calls.
And I remember the end of the show, he said, well, I've never gotten so many calls. This is amazing. And they were all me. Like he had no other caller on but me, and it was all me just doing voices. And I recorded the whole thing, and I remember I played it, and they were super pissed.
Oh,
I got in massive amounts of trouble for
That's
that.
what happened.
And I felt bad. I was like, I shouldn't have made it on the air, but it did.
That's funny. Look,
It was funny. It was kind of a dicky thing. Looking back on it, New Kev would not do that, but it was, because I think I may have hurt a feeling.
There's certain bits I look back on, especially in the beginning, where I go, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that bit anymore.
Yeah, I look at it. Look, when I see young dudes doing stuff, I'm like, it's just, it's what young dudes do. They do shit, and sometimes they tread on feelings, and then
young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah, that was it. It was a great bit. It really
was a great
It
bit.
worked really well for us. It was a great bit, but yeah, it was kind of dicky.
Well, I remember when I did the Taco Bell stunt, when I went in there and acted like the manager, and you guys loved it, and you were going to replay it. And I'm like, oh, cool, they're going to replay the bit. And I saw one of our head bosses, fly into our old studio. And I wasn't even in the studio. And I saw him talking to you.
Yeah.
And I saw him talking to Virginia. And then you're like, yeah, we're not going to be playing that taco bit today because we thought we were going to get sued.
Yeah, we were. And we had another issue with a fast casual restaurant that we had lost some money on, which we won't speak of. But yeah.
Kind of a lot of money.
Yeah, kind of lost a lot of money on that. So I think it was still kind of,
That was one of the few times I remember getting kind of yelled at by a boss when we lost that account.
Yeah, that's typically when they really do step in. We've been very fortunate with bosses in this town that most of them, aside from our first, was not too intrusive in what we did, and they just kind of let us do it. But then, when you lose money, that's when you're going to hear it, and probably rightfully so.
Yeah, stunts we would kind of get away with typically.
Yeah.
It was if you lost money, you are fucked.
We could fuck you up, but if we got a hospital bill, that's when I heard it.
Yeah, exactly. Because
as long as it didn't cost them any money, they were okay with you. Could have broken legs, a neck. They didn't care.
You could terrorize the community.
Yeah.
It's different now. We can't do half the stuff that we did because we could get sued by the community.
Well, I remember we had kind of not a rough spot, but we had done something 2 months before that really pissed off management. And it was about, we were talking about products on the air, and they were a client, and they got really, really mad.
Oh,
and
right.
We had a meeting about that, and then about a month and a half later, we had another meeting, and they're going, what the fuck? And I remember them asking you, so Kevin, I think you get it, but I'm not sure your two partners get it.
That's funny. Was that around the time? Do you remember the time that we put you in the chair and we saran wrapped you to it and we wrote some terrible shit on your face and then wheeled you into the restaurant and then walked out?
It was not me who did it. We did that to intern Jeremy. And no, you're right. It was me. He got on the phone and was commentating.
Right.
And the one thing I had said, do not say the name of the restaurant.
Right.
And the first thing was, we're at the blah, blah, blah on the corner of blah, blah, blah. So they knew. Immediately. And we did get in trouble for that.
Massive trouble for that one. They were super pissed.
Because somebody wrote, I love penis on my forehead.
I'm sorry.
Of course she went too far.
Yeah.
But it was also alarming.
Well, you handed me the Sharpie.
I was tied up in a business chair, and you just flung me into a busy McDonald's, and it just said,
here we go.
I love penis.
I love penis. Where's the lie?
All I remember is when they were yelling at me, they're going, what about the children? That line stuck in my head. I'm like, you're right.
If you do something and people have to yell at you, what about the children?
What about the children?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you're right. The children now asking their mom, I like penis. Why does that guy like penis? What's going on here?
It was right. It was pushed like pretty much right where everyone was ordering their food.
Yes, it was. It was right in the, it was the way it was set up. You walk right in. The line's right there.
That's what it was. I remember getting in the car because we had to get out, and then I heard the description. I go, shit, he said the name of the restaurant.
Yeah, I heard that too right away. I don't know why I didn't dump it or whatever in the moment, but
I saw him, by the way. He came out to Tradition. He was at Tradition at my remote.
He was.
Jeremy?
Yeah,
I see him sometimes.
For the tree lighting.
Yeah, he's still kicking around town. That's good to see. Some other stuff going on here. Jeremy said, another Jeremy, whatever happened to the mini golf challenge where the loser gets a tattoo of the show logo?
Bro, I am ready for not only the golf challenge, I am ready for the dance challenge, and I'm really ready for the ping pong tournament.
Got a lot of things out there.
What are you doing today?
Well, I have to buy a ping pong table.
We can just go to ER Bradley's. I already beat you there once. I'll beat you there again.
She didn't. It was such horse shit.
I did.
First of all,
I whipped that ass.
Did you guys play to what? To 21? How'd you guys play? Did you keep score and all that?
First of all,
to 10.
I was drunk. She was drunk. The ping pong table was in the back. Motherfucker, let's do a rematch. And I want it done the right way.
All right.
I want to put stands in my backyard. I like, bleachers.
Where's that gonna fit?
Oh, I have a whole area.
For bleachers?
I'm not gonna fucking make Shea Stadium. I'm gonna have just enough to get some people in there. That would be fun as shit.
All right.
Catered.
Oh.
Interviews. Live on YouTube.
Okay.
Open bar.
Kevin and Denny's being the announcers.
ESPN Ocho.
Yes, I would. You guys dress in suits and you have to commentate on me and Virginia. That would be so fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I can do it.
that ass.
All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff on the docket we got to get to.
We have a break coming up. We could do it over the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay, so should I buy a ping pong table?
I would buy one now.
All right, but here's the thing. I'm going to buy some bullshit. Like I bought my old dancing outfit. We never danced. Although I dance by myself.
Well, we got people getting ready to get their money. I believe because people have been asking, hey, when are you guys going to pay out that $10K from the $30K playlist payday? And I believe we're going to be seeing the winner here before the end of the week. So they're setting it up. We are never really a part of that. So I know you guys ask questions and, we got to go try to track somebody down to get the actual answers. We don't know everything. But I will tell you that I think the winner will know who they are by the end of the week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we're on that. And Christine had said, I had 1,350 entries, and I believe the total entries were around 315,000. That is one chance in 233. I'm praying that I get a call.
Wow.
Okay. It's much better odds than that Powerball.
Amen, girl.
I think I really might try to play today.
Powerball?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you can't play the 10K payday. Over.
It's true. It's over.
And you work here.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying. What the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know, but you're changing the topic. Kevin's talking about us bringing his bitch a check.
I thought Kevin said something about that. I don't know, man. I'm hearing shit. Like, I think that person is right. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Maybe you're too sober.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I have cut down on the drinking.
That's a problem.
So cut back in?
That's it. You got to jump back in.
Who quits drinking for the holidays?
Not that I quit drinking. I just slowed down drinking.
You're a pussy.
I don't think I'll ever quit drinking.
Yeah.
But like Ralston's brought it up before, over drinking isn't fun.
Right.
Not for me anyway.
Drinking the right amount's the right thing to do.
1,000%. Over
Don't drink too little and don't drink too much.
Yeah, don't drink too
the right
little.
amount. Yeah.
Because you ever have that where you drink too little and you're like, fuck, I need another 3 drinks.
Yeah, and then you're hanging around with people you don't even like, and you're like, I need to be drunk for these people.
That does suck.
I cannot be around these people sober.
When you miss kind of time you're drinking, like, son of a bitch, I knew I should have done that rum.
Well, I got an email here from Tiffany. She said, I may be mistaken, but I thought the guy from McSorley said there's only one location. But when I Googled it to see the pictures of the Wishbones, McSorley's Beach Bar and Grill popped up. I figured, 2 guys named McSorley's open bars. What a coincidence. So I checked out pictures of the Fort Lauderdale location, and it also said it was established 1854, like the one in New York. So are they affiliated? The one in New York looks so cool, by the way. Yeah, I mean, when we had Gregory here, the guy from McSorley's in New York, he had said, yeah, they were the only one. And he kind of alluded that maybe there are some other places that have opened up saying they call themselves McSorley's and maybe even try to use the moniker of 1854. But, I mean, where is this one? McSorley's, okay, Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I mean, do you think there's a bar that's been open in Fort Lauderdale since 1854 and we don't know about it?
No.
I don't either.
And sometimes, too, people do have the same name, but they're not at all related whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't, with the McSorley's, it might be one of those things, even with a trademark, possibly you could use it in a different city. McSorley's, and if it is legitimately your last name, because that's where the original bar came from, a guy named John McSorley. So he was a legit dude.
And you said they had food there, or is it just alcohol?
Yeah, no, they do have some food, and it's basic, though.
My friend was telling me they give you like cheese and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they had the same cook when I was talking to Gregory a little bit. Yeah, pretty much everybody that works there has been there. In fact, one of his guys just retired at 51 years.
Wow.
The other one's at like 38, one's at like 42. So everything in that bar is it's been here, it's local, you can't get any more authentic, East Village in New York City than going to McSorley's.
That's exciting.
I like that guy. He seemed very nice and down to earth.
Yeah.
And he's got stories you can tell.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he seemed nice.
You ever have somebody where you just start talking to him and they're just like an onion, like all the layers?
Yeah.
You're like, what the heck with this guy? He went to Harvard. He's an artist. So mainly what he does is art.
Oh, that's
Wow.
Yeah, so he was really, we spent a lot of our time talking about art and how it was and how he started off is technically really good, but he said, here's the difference between technically being able to draw and then what makes something art. And so he's kind of explaining a little bit about the emotion and just how you have the look and something that's different. And he had talked about Picasso because we were looking at Picasso's, and he said, yeah, Picasso's line was, it took me a lifetime to learn how to paint like a child. Because you look at him like going, that doesn't look very good. And he's like going, that's just the whole thing about having the eye. And I said, how do you know? He said, when you know, you know. Because, we had Art Basel going on. He's, typically will go to Art Basel, and he went to that a lot. So I still don't really know a lot about art, don't understand it, but it was a fascinating conversation. And, I said, so a lot of these guys died penniless. What is it? How do you do it? And he said, well, it's like with anything. You have to build up a reputation, and somebody really has to endorse you. And so he just got an endorser. And it's the guy who was a Wall Street guy. What is the movie Wall Street? And who is the main actor in that movie?
Charlie Sheen, Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. So Michael Douglas's character in the movie Wall Street. In real life, that's the guy who's his guy's old as anything now.
Gordon Greco, he was a prick in that movie.
Yeah, that was the character name, and it was based off of this guy.
Huh.
And so, yeah, he's just been a guy that, kind of cornered the market. Now he has a whole bunch of money. And so he just, invests it in art and stuff like that. So he said now that he's moving my art, it's making a good bit of money.
I would never know. He's just got a loose look. He's got a loose look like he's in like a cover band for Warrant.
Right. Yeah. He's just, like I said, it all just fits. He is just a mishmash of Yuga. That's why I was so drawn to him. And
You're like, what is this?
He's one of those magnetic characters. You got to see him at his bar, McSorley's, because he's just like that. You're like, this guy's got something. There's something going on here.
Well, I wonder if it's considered more art, if it's really from your heart, your brain, your own creativity, and that's your expression, which makes it art. You're not doing paint by numbers.
Yeah.
You're doing something that you just kind of bring it out of the atmosphere and then creating it.
Somehow,
to me, that's art.
Right. Yeah. So I couldn't even explain to you what does make it, because what I really got to was it just has that je ne sais quoi, that something. And I guess when you train your eye, and he said, I had to spend my whole life. He was a gifted artist. You ever seen kids that can just draw?
Yes.
He said, I was that kid. I was always the best artist, whatever. And then I had art guys be like, your stuff's shit. And he's like, it looks amazing. You're like, well, that's not art. Great. You can draw.
Wow.
And they were like, that's not art, dude.
Keep in mind, though, some of those motherfuckers like to project their own insecurities. And I bet you any money he did stuff that someone said, that's not art, and it was art.
Yeah, and what he even said, he said, look, there are just nuances that I've learned. Have you ever, I think whenever you do something, you get to the point where you just get very comfortable in it, and you kind of know you're freaking good.
Making fire nog shots.
What it might be, yeah. So you have some, you're like, I'm here. Like, I am pretty damn good. And he said it took him, 25, 30 years of maybe more, 40, before he finally is like, damn, okay, I get it now. I've crossed a threshold.
They sometimes say that when it comes to any kind of creative process, that there is almost a thing that happens where you eventually unlock a door and you really do get in a groove to a point where you're like, I think I've leveled up here. And I think that's what it's about. But I think it is unlocking something. But I think you have to be disciplined. I think you have to do a lot of shitty things. It's like a musician. You got to write a lot of shitty songs before sometimes you write a good one.
Yeah.
You got to probably do a lot of shitty paintings before you do something you're legit proud of.
Right, exactly. So it's some fascinating stuff. In fact, our friend Derek from Vero Beach, he's going to be going to the city, and he said, hey, when is Gregory there? We're going to go to McSorley's. And so if anybody is going to be going, just let me know and I'll coordinate, because he's only in the bar 2 days a week now.
Is that Derek, your boy?
Yeah, Sasser Salt Derek.
That dude is so nice. He's given me so many old vintage toys. That's a cool cat right there.
We saw them. We stopped in Vero on our way up to St. Augustine, and we met up with them and hung out a little bit.
Yeah, great people.
They're such sweet people.
He's giving me some nice shit. That guy's he's a cool-ass dude.
Yeah,
Good dude.
He loves you, and he is very kind to the people he loves.
I'm pretty sure he played baseball, too. We have a baseball connection.
He's got that athletic build.
Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah, and he's in the citrus industry, too. So that's why I encourage everybody to drink Palomas. It's a fantastic beverage. It is my favorite. You have a little tequila, and you get some real Florida grapefruit. Yes.
Florida grapefruit. Don't get that imported shit.
So you do tequila with orange juice?
It's called a Paloma.
Grapefruit.
It's grapefruit.
Well, is it it's not orange, it's grapefruit.
It's grapefruit, not orange. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you love that shit.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you have a really well-made Paloma, they're refreshing and amazing. You wouldn't even know you're drinking tequila, which is part of the problem.
That's what we were making Kevin on Halloween.
I never had one. They sound kind of hard to make. You don't have to make it. It sounds pretty difficult.
I'll make you one.
I don't want you to.
Derek gave me some fresh grapefruit, so I'll make it with that.
Yeah, I already ran through my grapefruit.
I want Kevin to try that fucking banana daiquiri. I know it's probably littered with so much sugar.
He'll have a shot of it.
It's nice, Kevin. Banana daiquiri.
Okay, so on the 19th, we'll make Palomas and banana daiquiris and fire nog.
I think that'd be a great time.
That'll be fun.
That could be our last show.
The ATS gonna be lit.
That could be our Christmas show.
It is.
I love it.
There you go. All right, we'll get some Palomas
Litmus.
loaded up. We already know what we're drinking.
Litmus.
It's gonna be litmus.
Perfect.
Oh, Kevin, she's taking the Christ out of Christmas.
Don't tell Pastor Sean.
I won't.
Your little BFF. I see y'all in them videos. Kind of looks like you're dating, just so you know.
Okay, all right. Maybe we are. Wouldn't that be a scandal?
You're such a dick.
We do look good together.
You do. You would make the hottest gay couple.
You guys look good together.
That's a fucking power couple right there.
It is, yeah. A gay Christian couple.
Show me a couple of dudes in this town that could swing a dick harder.
Every time I see them together in a picture, you know what I say? Hallelujah.
That's it. And that's a good way to end it, baby.
I hope he doesn't hear that.
I think he's got a good sense of humor.
He does. He's fine with it.
I'm just playing.
All right, y'all. Thanks for being here today. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back here for tomorrow's KVJ show. Goodbye.